I think it was a joke at first. We were trying to come up with a name with it, or for the donuts, and I was trying to use our initials. Dave actually was like, just kiddingly, like, oh, damn good donuts. I started baking when BJ, my son, turned 1 because I couldn't afford a fancy birthday cake, but I wanted a fancy birthday cake. I just figured it out, and it started from there. I guess 16 years.
We both had full-time jobs in the food industry doing other things, and we started playing with it out of our home, and we started producing the donuts under the Florida cottage law.
To start with, we just used the bar. Then we cleared out the dining room and we just lined the walls with stainless steel tables. We got a mixer, we made them there. We had just one fryer. The first one only held 4 donuts. So we would make them the whole night long, take like an hour nap, and then wake up and sell them at the farmer's market. The first one we went to, my friend ran it. She let us go sort of illegally.
It started to get so busy that we couldn't really keep up with it in our house anymore. We were starting to exceed the limit that was allowed under the Florida cottage law without having to be into a certified kitchen. We had to make a decision about whether it was something that we wanted to continue to do and quit our jobs, or just keep as a hobby. We kind of made a leap of faith and took the chance and did it. The Oakland store opened with only 3 employees, Amanda and I being 2 of them. And now we have 14 employees, not including Amanda and myself.
Our biggest obstacle was being able to keep enough donuts to keep customers coming. We didn't have enough people. The first weekend, we sold out at like 8 o'clock in the morning. We just had no idea how busy it would be. Before we even got to the first full weekend, I was calling friends like, can you come help? Please come help us.
We had worked with the chief operating officer of Foxtail at our previous jobs. So they had the location on Lee Road that was open there. They wanted to do something more fun with it. He invited us over to take a look at it, and we came in and we took a look and saw, what we had there available, and if we were able to work out of that space. And so we thought we could. Then we signed a lease with Foxtail and opened up with them, and we expanded and started doing deliveries to the other 12 locations.
So the biggest challenge with Foxtail is when we moved to supplying all of their stores, the delivering every single day was new to us. We never sold wholesale before, so pricing and figuring out how to take their orders for how many they wanted, I would say is the biggest hurdle.
There's some other in-house things that we'd like to do with what we have right now, and some expansion things that we'd like to do with what we currently have before we make that jump to maybe the 3rd or 4th location. Well, we'll continue with the 2 locations we have and continue to distribute to the Foxtails.
So my biggest wish would be to buy the building that we're in right now and make the whole building donuts, be able to expand the coffee, maybe have a couple other vendors, maybe have a full bakery. If we can't have this building, I would like to have one in this community, but our own, like, standalone. The next 5 years, honestly, I don't know. It would be cool to have more shops, but at the same time, we've worked at places that have a lot of stores. I like making the donuts. I like baking. When you get too big, then you're driving a lot and not doing as much of the stuff you love. It's not as important to me to grow huge as it is to be able to do what I love. I like to know the people who are buying our goods. When you have too many places, it's just impossible.
Actually, when we opened the store, I was still working my other job, and it wasn't long before I had to quit the other job to come over here full time. It took off really quick, but had we not done the farmers markets and the deliveries before we put the shop here, and already had a good following and fan base on social media, if we had just dropped the shop here without doing any of that other stuff first, we probably would have failed. But because people already knew from the farmers markets and the deliveries, we had people that were waiting for the store to open already. So when the store opened, everybody came, and then just kind of word of mouth spread it around. We've still to this day not spent any money on advertising at all. Amanda and I both come from very corporate backgrounds. We vowed to not ever do that with our company. We try to keep it small and individualistic. We don't micromanage things. We try to hire the right people for the right positions and try to just keep it light and fun for everybody.
The coronavirus is super scary. We had to close Foxtail. As a company here, the response to the community is crazy. I mean, they come every day. We sell out every day. You know, we make a little more, we sell out. We thought that we would just have to close or that, you know, nobody would come. I'm really glad that this is what I'm doing. I can't think of anything else I would rather do. Foxtail, the virus, everything's sort of like solidified because you get tired. So this whole like crazy thing kind of like, okay, yeah, like I love this. DG Doughnuts is where I'm supposed to be at, and I mean, what more can you ask for?